work. But she said I gotta work. She saw me do my dirt. So I put in work.
Hey, what's good, guys? It is your Wednesday guy, Dalyn, coming back at you this week with another video. And this week, we're talking about something that everybody else is talking about, which is the election. And before I really get into this video, I just want to say that anything I say in this video are my personal opinions, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the guys on this channel. And, you know, they're just Dalyn's opinions, not 7 Trans Guys' opinions. Because if I offend anybody, take it out on me and not the channel. So with that being said, you know, obviously Donald Trump is going to be the new president in January. And there's a lot of people that are happy about it. There's a lot of people that are not so happy about it. I'm sure you guys are watching the news and you're seeing all the protests and everything that's going on. So I guess we'll just start with who I voted for. Obviously, I voted for Hillary. And I say obviously because I'm sure that most of the LGBTQ community voted for Hillary, and if they didn't, I'm sure they had their reasons for not voting for Hillary and voting for Trump. You know, and those opinions are their own. You know, I guess a lot of people, well, not a lot, some people in the LGBT community did vote for a third party. So, I mean, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. So I'm not going to say if you didn't vote for Hillary, you obviously voted for Trump, because that's not true. So I'm going to tell you why I voted for Hillary. And I did not vote for Hillary because I agree with everything that Hillary does, because I don't. I think, you know, she is a little corrupt and she does have some shit going on with her. And I'm not saying that I condone or agree with any of the shady shit that she does or has going on, but personally, morally, I just could not bring myself to vote for Donald Trump. I just couldn't. You know, just with all of the misogynistic, the xenophobic, homophobic shit that he spewed, and, you know, just all of the hateful rhetoric that came along with his campaign and all of the people he offended, I just could not bring myself to vote for him. I'm not saying that the guy is a terrible person. I'm not saying he's the best person either, but I mean, I just couldn't morally bring myself to vote for the guy. You know, there are a lot of people out there that like Donald Trump and think that he's going to save this nation, but I don't know. I think that a lot of the things that he promised to do, I don't think he's going to do at all. If you've seen the things that he's said over the past, you know, couple days since he's won the election, he pretty much said the wall that he was going to build, well, you know, we're just going to put some fences in some places and, you know, maybe a wall in other places. Which I think now he's seeing that it's probably going to be virtually impossible to build a wall. It's going to cost probably billions, trillions of dollars. We don't have the money, and Mexico sure as fuck ain't going to pay for it. So I think he realizes how hard it's going to be to do that. The Obamacare, you know, he said the first thing he was going to do was repeal Obamacare. He's seeing now that that's probably going to be pretty hard to do. So he's like, well, we're going to change it, and we're going to keep some of it, but, you know, we're going to change it around. That's just his way of, you know, trying to, you know, get his supporters to still support him and not feel bamboozled. Because in order for him to repeal Obamacare, he would have to actually get 60 votes, and he would actually have to get Democrats to vote to repeal it, which I highly doubt that that will happen. You know, secondly, he said he was going to put Hillary Clinton in jail. That's, you know, he's going to do this. He's going to assign a special prosecutor. He's going to put that fucking bitch in jail. People are asking him, are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? He hasn't even said a peep about it. In his acceptance speech, he didn't even say not one thing bad about the lady. So, I mean, literally, as soon as he won, he, like, switched up like that. It's so fucking crazy. Another thing he said he was going to do, he was just going to deport all of the illegal immigrants. He's deporting them. He's putting this wall up. Now he's already switching up and saying, oh, I'm just going to deport the criminals, the drug dealers, and, all that. Which is no different from what Obama was doing. Obama deported more illegal immigrants than anybody before him. So he's doing the same exact thing that Obama was doing. He was deporting the criminals. Now, maybe Trump is going to round them all up at one time, throw them in private prisons, and do it that way. Which, I guess. But he still is switching up. He's just switching up from what he promised and what he's saying he's actually going to do. And it's only been, a week. And then, like, the stock in private prisons, as soon as he was elected, it went up like 35%. Like, it's so crazy. Because the people that own these prisons know that if he really does round up a whole bunch of immigrants, they have to put them somewhere. So where are they going to put them? In private prisons until they deport them back to, their country of origin. So it's just nuts. Like, I just don't, it's crazy. But with that being said, I can understand why people did vote for Donald Trump. There's just a lot of people that had a lot of hate and animosity just, build up. They pushed it back. And then when Donald Trump came out, saying all of the things that he said he was going to do, it just brought out all that hate and animosity and racism that people had, built up for so long. And now it's just coming out like full force. If you watch the news, people are being attacked. There's so many people, minorities and LGBT people, and just being, targeted, harassed, and, it's pretty fucking sad that, it's going to be 2017 and this is what we're dealing with. But again, you can't blame anybody for this except ourselves. People didn't vote. People did not go out. People did not, vote. And it's partially the media's fault because they said that Hillary was going to win. There was no way Donald Trump was going to win. It would be a miracle for him to win, and he fucking won. So I can't blame it all on the media, but, they did give a lot of people a sense of false hope, and it's kind of fucked up. But there's a lot of people that just did not go vote. They just sat home and said, it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to vote. It'll be all right. And now I think that they're realizing, like, I fucked up. We fucked up by not exercising my right to vote or your right to vote. We elected Donald Trump. So, but again, Donald Trump does have a lot of fucking supporters, man. He really, really does. And regardless of if, you can agree with Donald Trump or his supporters, the fact remains that he has a lot of the population behind him. And he has a lot of powerful people behind him. So it just is what it is. There's really nothing that could be done at this point. You just have to see what he does. And, I hope that he does not lift the ban nationwide that doesn't allow people to discriminate against people based on their sexual orientation or whatever gender they identify with. Because if he lifts that ban, that means that if somebody knows that I'm transgender, they can say, I'm not serving you any food, get out of my fucking restaurant. Or if, I'm on my deathbed, I go into a hospital, the doctor could say, no, I'm not giving you medical care because you're transgender, and it, violates how I feel religiously. I could be denied a job. I can be kicked out of a house. I could be denied a loan. Anything. People can just say they just don't want to deal with me at all because, I'm transgender. So I hope that he doesn't do that, because that would just be just terrible. Terrible, because people are going to discriminate against the LGBTQ community because they can, and there will not be any punishment for doing that. I just can't imagine living in a world that people can just openly hate one another for no fucking reason at all. You know, I just don't get it. It's like, if you think that I'm going to hell because I'm transgender and it goes against everything that you believe in religiously, what does that, how is me being transgender, how does that affect you going to heaven? How does that affect your relationship with God? It doesn't. You know, it does not. If I'm going to hell, that is something that I will deal with on Judgment Day. That's my own thing that I have to deal with. It affects you in no fucking way. So why you feel like, you know, it's okay to discriminate and judge a whole community of people is just, it blows my fucking mind. It really, really does. It really does. I just don't understand it. So I really hope that Donald Trump just is full of shit and is not going to do half of the things that he said he was going to do. You know, like getting rid of same-sex marriage. It's like, it's the same thing. You know, how does, you know, a same-sex couple marrying one another, how does that ruin your marriage or your beliefs? It really doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't affect how you run your household. It doesn't affect how you live your day to day. It doesn't affect your relationship with God. It affects you in no way at all. And if it offends God, that's something that that same-sex couple is going to have to deal with on their Judgment Day. It doesn't affect you at all. So it's just like, I just don't get it. I just hope that Donald Trump really is full of shit. I really hope that that is the case. But I think that this needed to happen. I really do, because I really feel like it is exposing a lot of the things that are wrong with this country. And I think it's bringing it right to the forefront. And because people think, oh no, it's 2017, so many people are politically correct. But now it's showing us that where we've taken like 10 steps forward, we just took like 11 steps back. And I feel like a lot of people got comfortable, a lot of people got complacent, and this just goes to show you that just because a lot of, you know, progress has been made, you can't fall asleep. You can't just say, oh, we've done so much now, oh, it's time to take a break. Because we took that fucking break, and look what happened. You know, we still have to be proactive. We still have to be vigilant. We still have to work to get where we need to be as a community, you know, as a country. So, I don't know. But I do think that, sorry about that. I got cut off a little bit, but my fucking camera was dying. But I really think that as a country, we really, really need to come together, and I feel like this should be a wake-up call for everybody, whether you voted or not, whether you like Trump or not, whether you like Hillary or not. I really feel like we really just need to come together as a community and just make this nation better for everybody that's here, whether you were born here, whether you were brought here, whether you came here on your own. The fact still remains that we all fucking live here, and we have to live here together. Everybody's different. Like, you can't make people want to live like you, want to be like you, want to think like you. You can't make people have the same morals and values. You just can't. Everybody's different, and I just feel like we just have to start being more accepting of other people and their differences. And once that happens, I really feel like we will heal as a nation. And honestly, I think that's really all I'm going to get into as far as the election goes, because I did want to say a lot more, but I really feel like it's just time to just let it go and just heal. There's no point in just harboring over fucking, you know, Trump won. I mean, there's nothing we can do about that now. It is what it is. We just have to live with it and move on. So, you know, there's, whether you like it or not, He's going to be our president, and, you know, we just have to go with it, and hopefully, you know, he just doesn't do a lot of the shit that he said he was going to do. Hopefully he makes his country better, and if he does, kudos to him, you know. So, but real quick, I do want to talk about something that's been bothering me. So the week of the election, you know, I was a little vocal on my Facebook page about the election and about encouraging people to get out there and vote. And I posted a video on my personal channel, on my personal Facebook page, about the guy, I think it was in like Tennessee, Memphis, somewhere, about the road rage guy. It was a white guy, and he was calling this black guy like all kinds of like the N-words. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to offend anybody. He was calling him like every fucking N-word in the book. And I'll say fucking, but I'm not gonna say, you know, the N-word. Maybe I'll say nigga every once in a while. I shouldn't even say that, but I can't just, you know, I can't throw the ER out there on this channel. But, so, he was calling them all kind of N-words. He was saying how Black Lives don't matter, you know, Black Lives Matter is just a whole bunch of thugs, all kind of shit. He offended women, he offended transgender people, gay people. I mean, you just name it, this guy offended, everybody in the video. So I posted that on my channel, because it was just disgusting. And he was vocally saying, yeah, I'm a Trump supporter, and, you know, this is what it is. So I posted that just to try to encourage people to get out there and vote, and just to show people that this is the kind of rhetoric that is, you know, just being tossed around across the nation in support of Trump. So, I'm sure we all know, or if you don't know, I'm sure you heard of the guy. His name's Benson Davis. And for those of you that don't know him, he makes STPs and Packers. He's not trans, and he says that he is, you know, a trans ally. He loves the trans community, the LGBT community. You know, he's there for us. You know, this and that and the third, and blah blah blah. So he comments on my video, and he comments with another video of, I don't know, some Hillary supporter that supposedly did something at a rally or some shit. I don't even know. I didn't even watch the whole thing. I clicked on it and clicked off of it. Because all I said, I responded, and I said, you know, something along the lines of, you know, if this was your attempt to try and defend, you know, this fucked up human being, you know, you definitely failed. And that's really all I said. And he responds by calling me a fucking moron, and, you know, whatever, blocks me, does all this stupid shit. And then he also was, like, in the group that he created that is supposed to sell Packers and, you know, things like that. And it's supposed to be an open platform for trans guys and, you know, for us to come together and, you know, whatever. He constantly posts in there a lot of hateful, fucked up things. You know, he offends a lot of trans guys. He's very transphobic, homophobic, xenophobic. I mean, this dude is just a fucking asshole. I mean, if you've seen some of the screenshots that I have of him talking about Black Lives Matter, talking about, you know, his support of Donald Trump and just all kind of shit, I think you would think twice about supporting him and purchasing any of his products, because, I mean, the guy is a complete fucking tool. Seriously. And I immediately removed myself from his group, and I did purchase one of his products, but this was when he first started, like maybe a year and a half ago. I fucking threw that shit in the garbage. I will absolutely never, ever support a guy like that. And I'm not saying that you guys need to not support the guy, but I just think that you should know all of the facts about this guy before you spend your hard-earned money and give your hard-earned money to a guy that probably really couldn't care less if all of our rights are taken or not. Because it's just like, I mean, how can you be a trans ally and be a I mean, it's not even like he's, just saying, well, I don't agree with some of the most of the things that Trump says, but I like these things. No, he's not even saying that. He is just a fucking Trump supporter, and he's like, rah rah, go ahead. So it's like, if that's who you want to give your money to, then you go ahead and do that. But I thought that I would, share this because there are a lot of people that actually talk bad about this guy. And, I mean, I've seen it all over the internet, but I personally never experienced it until the week of the election, and I was just like, wow. Who could just pretty much insult and attack somebody unprovoked, for no fucking reason at all? I mean, it's just because we have a difference of opinion, like, I mean, it's just crazy. So just beware of this guy. Again, you guys can make your own opinions. If you want to spend your money, you want to buy this guy's products, that you're entitled to that. But just make sure you're informed on who you're spending your money with and who you're supporting. Because I'll tell you, I definitely won't be supporting this fucking guy. I just won't at all. I actually thought about putting some of the screenshots in this video, but the guy is such a fucking snake, and he's so hateful that I feel like if I do that, he may, try to attack the page, and may try to attack the 7 trans guys. And I really didn't even think I was going to even mention it in this video, because I just don't want to, I don't want him to, bring down this channel. And again, these are my opinions, not 7 trans guys' opinions. So, yeah. So I really thought about even saying it, but I just felt like since we're talking about the election, that is just something that just keeps sticking out in my mind, and I'm actually mad at myself that I even bought this fucking guy's product. Like, it actually sucks. Like, it sucks. It doesn't look realistic at all. He says that it's leak-proof. It's absolutely not. Really, it's supposed to be an STP, and, I mean, I can't fucking piss with it. And even if I could, I wouldn't take it to a urinal, because it doesn't look realistic at all. It's hard. Like, even without the erection rod in it, it constantly looks like you have a boner, because the silicone is just so fucking hard. Like, to play with it, to have sex with it, you don't even need excuse me, you don't even need to put the erection rod in it. That's how, like, hard the silicone is. So yeah. Let's see. Alright, sorry about that. And sorry about the vape smoke. But, yeah, like I was saying, it's just not really, in my opinion, it's not really that great of a product. But again, I mean, there are some guys that swear by the product. They say it's the best product on the market. But then again, he has, like, a lot of, like, groupies, and he has, like, a lot of, like, diehard fans that, I mean, he could just say, like, fuck all trans guys. He could come out and say that, and they would be like, oh yeah, Benson, oh my god, you're so fucking great. I mean, I swear to God. So, I mean, he got a lot of trolls, like, in his group. So, I don't know if the product is really, if it works for them, because they would say that it does even if it didn't. But for me, yeah, no. It was the worst. So, yeah, I think that's really it. And I'm sorry that I went on this rant, and because I normally don't even get into shit like this. I normally don't even, I try not to talk about other people ever. But I just really, this was really fucking bothering me, and I really just had to fucking say something. So, yeah, but that's it. That's really all I have to say about the election and this fucking asshole. So, I don't know, man. I guess that's it for this week, and make sure you guys tune in next week. Hopefully, we will have a happier topic next week, because all this election shit is depressing the fuck out of me, man. Like, oh, it's just, I can't even take it anymore. It's just driving me crazy. So I'm glad we talked about it. I'm glad we got it out of the way. And next week, hopefully, we're doing something happy, because I fucking need it, and I know you guys do, because if I need it, I'm sure you guys need something. So I guess that's it, man. Make sure you guys tune in next week, and I hope you guys have a good one. Peace.
You're trying to desert me, no sign to have you lurking. I know you tell me you don't like it, but you know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touching me so righteous.